With BTS kicking off the world tour this April, excitement among fans is reaching new heights. With this being their first tour in nearly 4 years, competition for tickets is more intense than ever. So much that fans are calling it a battle. So what is it actually like trying to get tickets, and how is the global fandom reacting? We connect with our K-Correspondent, US-based content creator Cailey today to hear firsthand about her BTS ticket buying experience. Hello, Cailey.
Hello, Cailey.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I see you're having your army bomb right there in your hand. But Cailey, we hear you were able to secure tickets for the BTS tour. So how did it go? Could you please walk us through the process?
Yeah, absolutely. My ticketing experience was all over the place. There were both happy and sad tears, but in the end, I was able to secure the tickets that I wanted. And I'll be seeing BTS with some of my closest friends and also my family. But the BTS ticketing process is unique, especially because of the ARMY membership, which is wonderful because it gives a lot of fans the opportunity to get tickets that might not be able to. But it also just makes the process a little bit more difficult. You have to buy the membership, you have to sign up for pre-sale, you have to make sure you have your code, you have to, know what stops you want to do, what seats you want to get. And then dealing with Ticketmaster and a number of other ticketing platforms in itself is a game as well. So it can be very stressful, but it is always worth it.
Well, we are very happy for you. But Cailey, I just want to quickly ask you, if you are going with your family and friends, does that mean that you all are sitting in the same row, or are you like at different places?
We are all sitting together, thankfully. It worked out that way.
Great, okay.
And are you also part of this ARMY membership at the moment?
Yes, yeah. I am usually almost always a member, and it's a yearly renewal thing, so it's pretty simple.
Okay, now for me, I just can't handle that sort of pressure of lining up and having to, anticipate the moment when the countdown begins. But for you, was there a particular memorable moment during the ticketing buying process? I can imagine that it was more nerve-wracking than it was probably anything else. To me, when I watched your video, I was like, even though I know you secured the ticket, I was still a bit shocked as well. But what was the situation like at the time, and just how intense did the competition feel?
It is very, very intense. I am grateful to have a lot of friends that ticket with me. I was on a call with probably 6 people at a given time, and we kind of just cycled through it depending on who needed tickets. But it's definitely a battle, as you said, and it's stressful. But in the end, we were successful, and that is, what matters the most.
Fantastic. Now, getting hold of BTS tickets is often described as a battle, as we have been continuously saying, due to the fierce competition. So since you were successful across several cities, could you share your personal strategies or tips on how best to prepare?
People ask me this all the time, and I really do think it is mostly based on luck, which is not the answer that people like to hear, but there are a couple things that I usually recommend. So, planning as much as you possibly can, and then I also think it's important to manage your expectations. So you need to become an expert in your pre-sale code, the process, the ticketing platform. There are a ton of tutorials out there. I myself have put out quite a few that I'm grateful to help people get tickets with in that. But, do your research, make sure that you know exactly what the pre-sale process looks like, what you have to do to get the tickets. Is it Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, any of the different ticketing platforms out there, and then have a plan, but understand that things might not go to plan. So, you have to have a plan A, B, and C. And I know a lot of fans want, the highest tier and VIP and barricade, but I always tell people that if you go in with the, expectation being that you're seeing your favorite artist, and you're going to be happy regardless of what seat you get, then, you might even be surprised and get closer than you thought.
Now, to be honest, it doesn't sound like pure luck. It does sound like you do have to have some strategy there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like last time I bought concert tickets, all I had to do was just quickly put like a seat in and I was fine, but I never had to go through all this process, and even going through YouTube tutorials like you said you teach as well. It's unbelievable the amount of attention that BTS is getting. I mean, well deserved as well, but I'm also a little curious about the venues and what the concert spaces are like, and what kinds of events are usually held there. Have you been there before yourself?
I have been to a couple of the venues that BTS will be playing. They're actually going to be playing SoFi Stadium, which is 70,000 capacity, and it's actually the first venue I ever saw them at in 2021. I'm also going to be seeing them at MetLife Stadium, which is my local stadium, but I've never been there. There has not been an artist big enough that I've wanted to see until BTS, so I'm very excited. But they're all sports venues. We're big on our sports over here. I'm not a big sports girly, but they take over the entire city. They're playing stadiums, like I said, of 70,000 people. And not only are they playing those stadiums, but they're playing them multiple nights. So I think SoFi, they're doing 4 shows. MetLife, they're doing 2. There isn't a stop where they're doing 1 show. I don't think so. So they're, big enough to fill these. And there's a lot of events that they're doing there. So these are events that bring about traffic alerts, extended transportation, you name it. I think wherever BTS goes in the United States, the city is going to know and have to be prepared.
Pretty big scale there. Now, let's talk about the fan culture. So how do fans usually prepare before attending a BTS concert? So what are some essential items? I mean, I did see your light stick before, and if I'm correct, is it the version 4 light stick, is it?
Yes, this is the version 4. I got it last week, I think.
Wow. Okay, so tell us more about the fan culture and all of these essential items that you need to have before going to a concert.
Absolutely. One of my favorite parts about going to K-pop concerts is actually the time leading up to it and preparing. You get your outfit together, you plan your travel, you coordinate with friends, anything like that. Make freebies. Freebies are a big thing. Decorate your light stick. I need to decorate this before tour. She's looking a little bland right now, but there are so many things that you can do to prepare for a concert. And I think it just builds the excitement even more. There's also fan-organized events like cup sleeves, there's dance parties, watch parties, you name it. It's really one big celebration to welcome the artist that's going to be here, especially for BTS.
So they actually decorate the light sticks as well.
I thought they were already quite decorated.
I know. So you have that special own touch on your light stick as well, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Cailey, just a quick question. I just want to know when you first actually fell in love with BTS.
Oh gosh, that's one of my favorite questions. It was 2020 in the height of COVID. I was going through the darkest time of my life, unfortunately, but they were able to pull me out of it, and they have completely changed my life ever since, and I'm very grateful for it. So I'm excited to see them.
That's awesome to hear. And now that you're 6 years into your fan culture life, what kind of fan culture can be seen on site? Also, what do fans typically do together while waiting for the concert to begin, apart from, obviously, they always start to sing songs ahead of time and they all get together, trade cards or something. Is there anything else that I've left out?
Yes, actually. People often ask me, what time should I get to the venue? Is it too early to go to a concert? Anything like that. I truly don't think there is a time where you can go that is too early for a concert, because there's always something going on. Like you said, they're usually playing the music, there's people singing along, but there's also, fan organized events like freebie trades, random dance plays. Recently, there have been more official things on venues, so like merch booths, fan experiences, exclusive collectibles, photo cards. I remember when I saw BTS in LA in 2021, we were actually late getting into the venue because there was so much around. We missed the first 2 songs, which wasn't ideal, but there was so much happening, so many different events, so many things to make sure that you are a part of. So get to a concert early, and yeah, there's so much to do.
All right, be early at the concert. That's the most important thing, I guess. But Cailey, let's talk about another concert, actually the comeback event held at Gwanghwamun Square here in Seoul. And it was recently also live streamed on Netflix, drawing reactions from fans around the world. You probably watched it And what has been the response among the fans in the US and among your friends or family?
Oh, I've watched it a few times now, but I would say the response has been absolutely huge. You know, we've been waiting to see anything of them for so long now. I personally watched it with my family. We all got up. It was 7 in the morning, bright and early, to watch the comeback live. I know that there were also, you know, fan-organized watch parties, and then there were some more official events. Netflix House had a whole premiere, and there was, you know, food and things. So it's been absolutely massive, and you know, we're very excited to have them back and to welcome them back to the United States after so long.
Now, Cailey, since you probably communicate with other fans from around the world, maybe, do you also notice differences in the fan reactions by country? Like, how would you describe the viewing style or characteristics of American fans?
Ooh, I do have a couple international army friends that we all, you know, were texting back and forth about everything. I think, you know, across the world, it's just the energy and so much love for the boys. I wouldn't say there's anything particularly unique. I'm not sure if other countries have, you know, watch parties. I saw a couple of videos, so I do think everyone was, you know, celebrating in their own certain ways.
And this is an impromptu question, Cailey, but you probably also listened to all the tracks on the album. So what is your thought on this 5th full-length album of BTS? And maybe what's your favorite song?
Oh gosh, you're gonna make me pick. I absolutely love it. I loved it from the first listen, and I haven't stopped listening to it. A couple of my local friends, as we call them, have listened to it as well, and you know, they see why we love them so much. I would say my favorite, okay, what I've been saying, my favorite track is Normal, but I also really love One More Night and Like Animals, if I had to.
Okay. Well,
Okay, and
similar to us, actually.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, with those very special VIP seats secured, what are you looking forward to the most? And what practical tips would you offer fans waiting for the concert or trying to get one of those elusive tickets?
Oh gosh. Well, originally I was just excited to see them again after so long, but I was ridiculously grateful enough to see them last week when they were here in New York. So now I am so overjoyed and very excited to be seeing them with so many different people in my life. I am actually going to be seeing them in Vegas with my closest friends that I met through them. And these people have never seen BTS before. So I'm really excited to have that experience. And then I mentioned those tickets that I got in Baltimore earlier. My mother is actually going to be taking one of those. So I'm going to be taking some family members to see them as well. So that's probably what I'm most excited about, just to spend this time with people that are dear to me in my life, and to also just be, you know, surrounded by ARMY's energy again. I got a sample of it last week when they were here, so I'm overjoyed, and I can't wait to see, you know, what it's going to be like for a whole concert. In terms of preparation for fans that are, you know, trying to get tickets or planning to have concerts, if you're going to a concert, you know, have your outfits prepared. That's probably my you know, most favorite part about this. But you can wear whatever you want. Decorate your light stick if you have one. Prepare freebies, all of that. I know concerts can be stressful at times, but you know, just make sure to have fun. If you are going to be ticketing, best of luck. I send you all of my luck and manifestation vibes. Make sure you're prepared. Like I said, watch those ticketing tutorials. There's plenty out there. But you know, I think when it comes to all of the prep and everything, if you just go with the expectation of, you know, seeing your favorite artists and having a good time and making it a memorable experience, then I think you'll have one of the most unforgettable nights of your life. And, you know, just enjoy it, and I'll see you there.
All right. Thank you very much, Cailey, for connecting with us today. We can definitely feel your excitement coming through. And yeah, enjoy the concerts to the fullest.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
And thank you, Walter. As always, enjoy not the BTS concert, but the weekend.
The weekend is.
And we're going to see you again.
Yeah.